inside the sprawling, heavily guarded compound of Zhongnanhai, the seat of power in Beijing, there's a looming presence that few can escape. It's a shadow cast by a towering figure from China's past, a man whose image is inescapable, whose quotes adorn every wall, and whose spirit seems to hover over every decision made. That figure, of course, is Mao Zedong, the founder of modern China, the great helmsman who led the country through a century of turmoil. 4 decades after his death in 1976, China's leaders tread carefully in his shadow. They upheld the cult of Mao, paying homage to his legacy while steering clear of his pitfalls. They operated under an unspoken rule of collective leadership, a system designed to prevent the emergence of another absolute monarch. But what if I told you that this all changed recently? What if someone dared to step out of Mao's shadow and claim the mantle of ultimate power? Well, meet Xi Jinping, a man who seemed destined for greatness, but chose a different path. Born in 1953, Xi's early life was marked by privilege and promise. The son of top Communist Party officials, he should have enjoyed a life of ease and advancement, but fate had other plans. During the tumultuous Cultural Revolution, his father was purged and his family was scattered. Young Xi was sent to the desolate countryside, where he toiled for 7 years, surviving on meager rations, enduring backbreaking labor and confronting the harsh realities of rural life. It was here that the seeds of resilience and ambition were sown. Xi returned to Beijing a changed man. He joined the Communist Party in 1974, marking the beginning of his remarkable rise. But it wasn't an easy journey. He faced rejection after rejection as he sought promotion within the party, enduring humiliation and doubt at every turn. But Xi persevered. He worked his way up the political ladder, gaining experience and building a reputation for competence. In 2007, he was promoted to the prestigious position of vice president, positioning him as the heir apparent to Hu Jintao. When Hu stepped down in 2012, Xi assumed the presidency with the backing of the party's top leaders. At first glance, it seemed like a seamless transition, a carefully orchestrated move to ensure stability and continuity. But beneath the surface, something else was happening. You see, Xi wasn't content with simply upholding Mao's legacy. He wanted to reshape it, to make it his own. He embarked on a series of bold initiatives, both domestically and internationally, that redefined China's role in the world. One of his first and most significant moves was the launch of the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive investment project aimed at connecting China to the rest of the world through trade and infrastructure development. It was a bold gamble, a departure from China's traditional isolationist policies, but it paid off big time. The initiative has opened up new markets for Chinese goods, enhanced China's global influence, and positioned Xi Jinping as a visionary leader. Another game-changing move was his crackdown on corruption, a relentless campaign that targeted both low-level officials and high-ranking members of the Communist Party. This bold step was seen as a necessary measure to maintain the party's legitimacy and prevent China's rapid growth from being derailed by greed and self-enrichment. And let's not forget his efforts to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. Xi has championed the development of cutting-edge technologies, recognizing their potential to drive economic growth and propel China to the forefront of global innovation. His support for entrepreneurs has fostered a thriving tech sector and positioned China as a hub for startups and small businesses. Now, some may argue that these achievements were made possible by the groundwork laid by his predecessors, and that's true. But what sets Xi apart is his audacity, his willingness to break with tradition and forge a new path for China. He's taken bold steps to address pressing issues such as income inequality and environmental degradation, showing a commitment to improving the lives of ordinary Chinese citizens. Xi Jinping's leadership has ushered in an era of prosperity and stability for China. Under his guidance, China's economy has continued to grow. Poverty has been significantly reduced, and the country's international standing has reached new heights. He has successfully positioned himself as the leader of a rising China, a nation that is not only challenging the existing world order, but also shaping it in its own image. So to answer the question posed at the beginning of this video, yes, Xi Jinping has indeed stepped out of Mao's shadow and emerged as a leader in his own right. He has redefined what it means to be Chinese, not by abandoning Mao's principles, but by building on them and adapting them to the challenges of the 21st century. Whether you view him as a benevolent leader or an iron-fisted dictator is up for debate. But one thing is certain, Xi Jinping is a force to be reckoned with. He is a leader who has captured the hearts and minds of millions of Chinese citizens and has positioned himself as the leader of a new era for China. Only time will tell how his legacy will be remembered and what lasting impact he will have on China and the world. If you enjoyed this video and want more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching.